Hello, good afternoon. I have a new project. I'm trying to build my own shed or storage shed. This is the layout for the floor joists of my shed, which means from this end to the other end is about 8 feet, and from this top end to the bottom end is 6 feet, which means you have to cut this wood from here so that you have a total of 6 feet across. And in between the both ends, I'm going to put stud with the measurement of 16 inches on center, equally spaced 16 inches on center until you get to the end. And that's it. That's the floor joist for your storage shed. I am done framing the floor structure of the shed using screws, and also I laid it on a 4x4 skids so that it would be more stable using lag screws, a 6-inch lag screws. And this three 4x4 skids is gonna be resting on the stone bricks on the ground. As you can see, my measurement is 6 feet wide, and the length of my shed is about 8 8 feet. Remember, all the studs should be equally spaced at 16 inches on center. So this is the first 16 inch. The second one will be plus 16 is going to be 32 inches. This is the stone bricks where the three skids would be resting, and make sure that all of them are on the same level so that you will be straight on all four corners of the floor structure of your shed. So I'm using a lumber just to check if the stones are straight or at level. I'm using a road brush or gravel to put it on top of the soil so that it would drain water and more support for the stone bricks. And since all the stones are on the same level, I can now place the floor structure on the right spot. And also remember that you have to put a landscape fabric landscaping cloth so that there's no plants that would be growing underneath the floor. One more thing to check is to make sure that your floor structure is square or at on right angle. One way of checking it is check the diagonal distance between two corners. It should be roughly the same or almost on the same length, just like what I'm doing. I'm checking it if it's 120 on this side and 120 on the other side, more or less it's straight. So right now I'm currently uh, prepping a post for the shed. So I'm using a 4x4 pressure treated lumber. So I'm going to try to put 4 posts on the 4 corners of the shed. So right now I'm trying to make a step so that I can put it on the floor or install it on the floor shed. So I'm putting a 2-inch step for the post. So I'm gonna cut this one. This one is measured from here to that top is 2 inches. So I'm gonna cut it so that I can make a step like this. So I already cut 3. So this would sit on the floor joist of the shed. So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna cut it for the last piece. And then I measured 80 inches from the base of the post to the top for the roofing, 80 inches. So I'm gonna cut it with my torso. What I'm doing here right now is I'm trying to mark the cutout on the floor so that I can put the posts in. Here I'm cutting the cutout for the post using a miter saw. And now for the horizontal line, just score it so that you would be creating a line, and just use a chisel or a sharp screwdriver to take it out. Now I can start installing the floor and the posts on the 4 corners of the shed. I'm gonna screw it with a temporary screw so that I can make some adjustment. And after this, I'm gonna check the level or the square of the post if it's uh, standing straight using a level tool. For the permanent screw, I'm using a lag screw, a 4-inch lag screw for the post, so that it would be more secure or sturdy. Now, what I'm doing here right now is I'm drilling a pilot drill so that I can easily screw the lag screw on the post. Screwed in the lug screws on the corners of the shed. So the same, do the same thing with the other two posts on the other side of the floor structure. And now I'm installing the floorings. I'm using a deck boards for the flooring of the shed. I'm done with the post, and the next step is installing the headers. So the one on top is header. You call that header on the four corners. So I would be adding more headers. It's gonna be on the inside. It's so it's gonna be more stable. I added the inside header on the roof so that it's gonna be more stable. And I'm trying to reinforce using a 4-inch lag screw on the headers. What I'm showing you right now is the roof rafters that I just finished making. which I'm gonna show it to you how I made it on the second part of my video. And if you like my video, please subscribe if you want me to make more videos like this. And thank you for watching.